All right, welcome everybody. I'm Jordan Holloway, the director of the Dad Village Symphony Orchestra. I'm here with Ernesto Aguirre, who is a composer, percussionist, and music educator at the University of North Texas. He's also one of the orchestrators featured on our upcoming program, Biomes. He orchestrated the first of Lily Boulanger's three pieces for piano. Ernesto, thank you so much for your work on the Boulanger and for joining me today. How are you?
Hey Jordan, I'm good. This is a ton of fun to be a part of.
So, for our audience who are not all musicians, what kind of composing is it exactly that you do?
So, primarily as a percussionist, I write a lot of percussion music. More often, when I'm not doing classical stuff, I am a film composer. So, I write music for, short films and things. That's what most of my time is spent on. Yeah.
What inspired you to become a film composer, and how did you kind of get into that?
Well, primarily, before I even got into music, I wanted to be a filmmaker. I was like really into movies and I wanted to be like a director or something, like I wanted to make movies. And then I entered high school. I had already been like a drummer for most of my life. So I got into band and I started learning music, started writing music, and then discovered that there were people who wrote music for movies. And it was just like, it was a done deal. I wanted to do that,
Oh, awesome.
make music, also make movies.
Yeah, that's great. So what is it about it that you love so much? Like, is there a favorite score of yours, perhaps, or a favorite film that inspires you?
I'm a really, really big fan of Ratatouille.
Awesome.
And like it's like my comfort film. Like I can watch it, over and
yeah.
over. And the score to it is just fantastic. And I remember it being one of the first ones, like really listening to the music while watching the film and like taking note of how important it was to the storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. So you've done a few films already. What would you say is the most challenging part of it for you? Well, since composing as its own discipline is really like solitary, I also write some classical music here and there. So that stuff is just me by myself and I'm making my own decisions. But with film music, it's really collaborative. And so it's ultimately like what a director wants, you have to deliver to them. And sometimes directors are more communicative than others. And I actually find that when they're not specific or when they, don't communicate too much to me, that's harder to, because I have to try and guess what they want. And so like, I can make whatever, like it's all the choices are there. So if a director doesn't tell me exactly what they want, then I'm just usually lost because anything's a possibility and I could give them the wrong thing and they're like, no, do it again. But you didn't tell me what you wanted,
Yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah.
toughest part of it. No, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, even in composing outside of film, it's easier to compose, I think, with restrictions, even if they're just self-imposed to kind of point you in a direction. Because yeah, like you said, it's like if you don't have any guidance on that, it's like, well, you can go your own way, but then what if it's totally out of the realm of the aesthetic of what you're trying to accomplish there. Regarding orchestration, so you orchestrated the Boulanger for this upcoming program. Are there elements of orchestration that you would say would make the process different for you than just composing? So that Boulanger was one of the first pieces I ever orchestrated. I've only been orchestrating, I don't know, a little over a year now, because I had a lesson with a teacher of mine, and I showed up one day with a piece and I knew nothing about orchestration at the time, so he was just,
Sure.
the whole lesson was spent him roasting my instrumentation choices and whatnot, and I was like, well, I really don't know anything what I'm doing. And so slowly, after discovering like what orchestration really is and starting to get like knowledge on what good orchestration is, I think the way I described it to my mom, who was really confused on what orchestration meant, I was like, think about it maybe like composing is you're sketching what you want on a canvas, and orchestration is adding the colors
to what you just drew on the canvas. And I think that's what makes orchestration so fun. There's so many choices with like what colors you can play with on the same notes that's the difference maker.
Yeah, that's super awesome. I love orchestration as well for exactly those reasons. And I also resonate with the getting roasted when knowing nothing about it. and that ties in very very literally with your film composing stuff, I would imagine. I don't know, at least when I look at film scores like John Williams, Danny Elfman, things like that, it's a lot of attention to the orchestration, and sometimes that's the most important part. What are you working on right now that folks can look forward to?
I'm actually working on a concerto for marimba and wind ensemble, and it's
awesome.
Like the biggest piece I've ever written to date, and it's going to take a couple of months to finish as well, but I'm really excited about it, and I think it's something that's missing in the percussion world. There aren't a lot of percussion concertos, much less marimba concertos. And as far as with the wind ensemble, I just think that combination makes sense, especially in the collegiate environment. So I'm trying to fill some gaps here and there that are missing in the repertoire, but that's what I'm working on right now.
That's super awesome. Are you going to be the soloist on that?
I know much better marimbas than me.
I feel that. Awesome. Well, very much looking forward to that. Where can people watching this find and support you?
So you can find a lot of things that I do through my website, ernestocomposer.com. I have a YouTube channel where I kind of show what I'm up to in my film composing career. I have a video coming up real soon, and I'll probably document the journey of doing this, getting a piece I orchestrated onto a concert program for the DVSO. So
that'll be a lot of fun. Awesome. Well, it's a great YouTube channel. You should all go check that out. It's really great stuff if you're interested in film composing and kind of the processes that one might go through for that. Thank you so much, Ernesto. It's been great to have you. It's been great to have you on the Boulanger. I'm sure we will work together again in the future. I don't know how to end this because I've never done one of these. Can you tell I haven't done one of these?
Well, thank you, Jordan, for asking me to be a part of it. There's a lot of great people that are attached.
Absolutely. Well, have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Jordan. You too.